Alright guys, so I just started with 3 rods. On this one I have a 6'6" medium bait caster with a PB&J jig and just a crawl on the back with fluorocarbon. This one is heavy braid with a spinner bait, and this is a 7-foot medium heavy Aubrey Garcia Pro Max. This is a 6'6" medium with just wacky Senko natural color on there with a 10-pound braid. So 3 really simple baits to start. Probably, actually, I think about 3 of the most common baits you'll see bass fishing. Just to start, just because it's early season, I haven't gone yet. I got to figure out what they're eating, but we'll give all 3 of these baits a go and see which ones produce. Look at this guy. Let's go back to the boat. He's gonna come up. That's a loon right there. Here he comes. Hey, buddy. Very cool.
What the fuck? Yes, I got a bass. Not a bad one. Sit down. On the spinnerbait. They weren't shallow like I was expecting them to be, but let me get the other camera out real quick.
It's been a good minute since I've caught one of these. I've missed them. It's been since, I suppose, August or September since I've caught one, so. No nice fish for these, and my favorite fish to catch. I'm just gonna grab a pick and we'll get this one back, hopefully find a bigger one. So yeah.
All right, first bass of 2020. Going back. There he goes. See ya, buddy. Feels good to get the first bass of 2020. Got that one on the spinnerbait. Just a white spinnerbait with the Biospawn Exo Swim on the back. And yeah, let's get him.
Come on, hooked up on the jig. Oh, yeah, it's a bass on the jig right as it dropped. Not a bad one. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. We'll take that all day. I will take that all day.
Alright guys, I actually just got a pretty good one here. I mean, by Minnesota standards. Look at that guy right there. And that was on this little Guggen Squad juice jig. Pops right out. That's what we were dangling right there. That is a Guggen Squad PB&J juice jig. Cast it along this drop off, pretty close to shore. Let it drop, and he just hammered it. And yeah, that's what did it. And yeah, really quality fish right there. It's about an upper 1 pound, probably close to 2, but there we go, guys. Awesome largemouth right there, second of the day. Back down. So we got one on the spinnerbait, one on the jig.
I think I'm on. Yep, fish on. Another largemouth. Another one on the jig. That guy was a really subtle bite. I set the hook, I wasn't even sure if he was on. But
There we go, guys. Another largemouth right there. He's shaking a lot, but you can see the Guggen jig in his mouth.
So there we go. Nice little largemouth here. Gotta love fishing the jig. One of the best, most iconic bass fishing baits. And the wind noise is probably horrible right now.
All right, so there we go. Nice bass right there. Here he goes. Third largemouth. About a little pound and a half, or maybe. Not a terrible fish. And yeah, we'll get back out there.
Alright, there you go, fish on. Here's your bass. Ooh, it feels pretty good. Yeah, that's a bass. Not a big one, but an LMB. There we go. That's a fat one. He choked it too. Look at that. Spinnerbait gone.
Alright guys, I made a little bit of a move, and the spinnerbait produced. That is a chunky fish, so I think they might still be pre-spawn, but that's just a short, stout fish. Just a football. Nice gut on it. But yeah, really nice fish. Sun's coming up. I mean, it was up before. I got up kind of late. I got up at 6:30 today. I think I was out by 7, but really nice bass right there.
There we go. Decent little largie. Going back. Oh, there's a bed right there.
Pike and walleye are fun, but those things never get old.
Alright guys, back at it, day 2. Don't think I properly outroed yesterday. I think I just went in without telling the camera, but it is day 2. I got up same time today. I think it's about 6:30 right now. A lot of overcast today. A little bit calmer. I also went out yesterday evening without the camera, and actually there's a weed line like right out there, and then the wind kind of just blows me along it and I can fish all of it. And I got some pretty good bass doing that, so I might try that again. I mean, it seems weird because it's like the closest spot I could possibly fish on the lake, but it actually worked pretty good, so.
There's a pike on the jerkbait. Just a little pike. Using the jerkbait this morning, and that was our first fish. I'm gonna grab a pliers so I can get a hook in my hand. There's a fish. Another pike. See ya. There's a fish. Pike. This one's not coming off. Here's a fish. I think this might be a, yep, it's a largemouth. First largemouth. Nice little chunk right there.
Alright guys, so yesterday I was throwing a jig and a spinnerbait, and today I thought I'd switch it up a little bit. Right there is a Guggen. I'm not a Guggen simp, but Guggen jerkbait. And yeah, that's pretty nice LMB right there. Probably close to 2 pounds. Yeah. So nice bass right there.
All right, so there we go. Bye, bud. There's a pike. No, bass. Now what the heck? I mean, it's a bass, but really skinny.
Alright, so I just got this bass on the jerkbait. Pretty small one, but I noticed it has pretty small gut. But I think that means it's just a male. Not very heavy, but second bass of the day on the jerkbait again.
There you go, second bass. Pike. That's a little guy. Just a little guy.
Just a little largemouth. God, I don't like when they do that. Flare fish. Oh my gosh. Didn't even know that thing was on. Fish on. Bass this time. Let's go. On the jerk bait. Another bass. Little LMB. See you, buddy. Hooked up, first cast, new spot. And it's a little bass. Feisty guy though. See you, buddy. Fish on. Another bass. Not a giant, but alright, there we go, another little guy. See you, buddy. There's a fish. A little bit better bass. Oh, that's not a bad one. Got some weight to him. Probably close to 2 pounds. No, definitely not actually close to 2 pounds. That's probably like 1.5 pounds, but not a bad fish. Going back on the jerk bait. Fish on. I'm going like 3 for 3 on fish right now, I think. Alrighty, there we go. Another flare fish. See you, bub. There's one. Another gator. Bass. On the spinner bait. Alright, so we ended there with a lot of pike. I think I got 11 northerns and I got, I don't know how many bass, probably close to 10 bass. And nothing huge today. Wind is kind of bad, that's why I'm holding it down here, but yeah, not a bad day. I mean, I got up at 6:30 and for probably about 2 hours then I got a pretty good amount of fish for all on the jerkbait except for one on the spinnerbait at the end just because the jerkbait was catching too many pike, but yeah.